Hey, what's up guys? Junior here with my 1998 Explorer. Just put some graphics on it. Where I work, we're able to do that. Got a nice carbon fiber background with a brushed aluminum vinyl. Looks pretty sweet. But anyways, that's not the point. Point today is my wheel hub assembly slash bearing is bad. I'm going to show you how to identify that very easily. So when you're driving down the road, you're going to hear a wah 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 kind of a sound. And that sound will increase and decrease in speed and probably loudness a little bit as you speed up and slow down. And that is a telltale sign that that's going bad. I'll show you the next way to tell how it's bad. Okay, so the next easiest way to know that you have a problem down there is either put it on a lift or jack it up, and you just kind of see if there's any play in it. So as you can see, you can see there is play in it. Decent amount. So you'll notice that down the road. Here's the other side, and I cannot move it. I don't want to wiggle it too much or I might throw it off the lift. That's just a quick show of how to identify that problem. So first we'll pop off this cover with a flathead screwdriver. It just kind of has clips on the back that you pull off, and you can take the lug nuts off. You're going to want to use a 3/4 impact socket, or you can use a 4-way if that's what you have. No biggie, you can get it done. So while my air's filling up for the impact gun, which I probably should have done before the video, another thing you may or may not notice, at least for me, is I heard awful noises. It almost sounded like grinding, cracking, popping. It's pretty awful. You kind of feel it by your left foot when you have it rested there. That is obviously not a good sign for something. I did get away with driving this for a couple hundred miles, but I would not recommend it. Your wheel could fall off, and by wheel I mean your entire wheel will fall off. Yeah, so it's not really to mess around with. Also, your wheel could seize up, not move. So just a bunch of crazy things that could happen if you don't get it changed. So once you got the lug nuts off, go ahead and pull the wheel off. Next you'll need a 1/2-inch socket. You can take off 2 bolts here and here, and that'll get your caliper off. If they're rusted, you can hit the end of the wrench with a rubber mallet. Next you take the caliper off. You might get a lot more stuck than this. I just had this off recently, as you can tell, because originally I thought it was my brake pad. You can use screwdrivers and stuff and basically just kind of knock it off. It's not too terribly difficult. Then you want to pull the pads out. They might be a little harder. You can dig in there. Shouldn't hurt the rotor too much. So next we're going to get this hanger off. Holds the caliper on there. To do that, you need a 15 socket. At least I need a 15 socket. Not sure why they're two different systems. Anyways, you just need to take that bolt out and this bolt out up here at the top, and that should come off. So my bolt was extremely rusted, so I had to break out the big 1/2 inch breaker bar and literally just put it down there like that, beat the crap out of it on the end there, and eventually broke loose. If not, you're gonna have to take it off anyways, so yeah. Also put some of this spray on. PB Blaster is its official name. You can also call it Gorilla Snot. Works well, breaks loose, rusts down. Okay, so I had to do the same thing for the top as I did the bottom. Had to break it loose. And it just falls off. So you can also take the rotor off. So next, gotta take that big nut off. And then there's 3 bolts. One there, one up top, and then one on the other side. This should be kind of terrible. I would recommend impact gun on this one, if able. Definitely try and use an impact. So you need a 1 1/4. You're probably going to have to go up to the next size gun, which is 3/4 drive. And that's really the best that fits. It's still a little loose. But that's the best thing that I have. Alright, so that came off really well, actually. I am quite shocked. It worked perfect. So now we're on to the back 3 bolts. It'll probably help to turn to get better access to those. It is also a 15mm socket, the same as the hanger bolts. So since I'm on a lift, I didn't really care to keep bringing it down and up, nor working on the ground. So I just used a small 15mm wrench, put it on there, and beat the crap out of it till it started moving. And it did. I did squirt PB Blaster, and then I used the breaker bar on the sides. Couldn't really get it in up top, and that seemed to work really well. There's one. Number 2. And yes, I am now holding my phone with a blue paper towel because my hands are dirty. There's bolt number 3. So surprisingly, this isn't glued together. Should just be able to pull it out. There is a sensor right here that I will have to disconnect. There's a little hex screw there that helps hold that sensor on there. You'll need a 3/16 hexagon. A little bit of wiggle pull, comes right off. Alright. So there's that. Next we'll clean that out. So quick edit. You don't have to take this piece off right here. That sensor. At least I didn't have to. The new one that I got came with it. So if that happens for you, you just unplug that, and then you can just pop it out. It goes up and comes right back down. You just follow it and pull it off. And so these clips are really annoying how they go in. So probably kind of breaks it slightly if you're not careful. But I just kind of clamp pliers on there and twist and pull, and that gets them undone pretty well. And of course, nothing can be too easy We'll have to take that little bolt off to get the rest. Okay, so here's the old one. Here's the new one. This one is for four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. There's the part number for what I got. Alright. So here you can actually see that little bit of movement. That's what's messing it all up. Nothing there. Movement there. Also doesn't turn very smooth. Gets stuck. Let's see if I can do this with two hands. So next you're going to put some anti-seize. That's just in case you have to take it off again. You probably won't need to, but you know.